Hey there, it's Elizabeth. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I hope you're having a great week. I am going to be just doing a very small haul, and then we're going to be working on glue booking. Yes, because I hopefully if I can walk and chew gum at the same time, which y'all know I have a very difficult time doing that, but we'll see if it works. And then I can, kind of explain things about the new house to you if you're interested. So, yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. My husband and I were out and about in town the other day. I don't know why. Um, I can't remember. Oh, geez. I need to have my hospital bracelet on still. I just got back not too long ago. I have to go. Um, oh dear. And then now I can't cut it off because I don't have left-handed scissors. Blah blah blah. Okay, okay, there we go. Done. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to go get an ECG. Yeah, an echocardiogram. It's like a sonogram of my heart. Has to do with the medication I'm on. Anyhow, what were we doing? We were in town. Oh, my husband had a doctor's appointment. That's our life story, right? Every other day there's a doctor's appointment. So, yeah, he went to go see a doctor, and then we went into town because he said, "Oh, if there's anything you need, let's go do it now." And so we went to Home Goods, and I was in search of a planner for 2025. Wow, while I was there, my husband found this. Isn't it pretty? It's thank you notes, 12 of them with pretty little envelopes. And he's like, "Ooh, these are pretty. Do you want those?" And look, a buck. Okay, they started out at 4.99, then went to 3.50, then $2, then a dollar. There was another set too that I saw it had strawberries. I passed those up. Why? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, for a buck, come on. So got that. And then he picked this out for me. I mean, he was so sweet. He searched high and low because they're right now in the middle, I guess, of, since we're in the middle of October and all, and Christmas is right around the corner. I guess they were kind of in the middle of switching out or moving over or whatever they do in between the holidays, between Halloween and I'm assuming Christmas, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So they had all their planners and stuff were like shoved here, there, and everywhere. And and then this one he found. Oh, and I took the price off. This one he found for 450 in the clearance section. What I really wanted was one of these, and this is the Ecolo brand, and I really like it because like the days of the week are like this, right? And then it has lines, which I enjoy. Oh, you know what? I have to just stop and tell you. I'm looking out the window because I have a big old window right in front of me. I feel like Nicole from Relax Cut Glue. Yeah, because she sits in front of her window and then looks out over the neighborhood, over her street and sees what's going on. So right now I'm looking at, oh, good, mom's coming out. I'm looking at the people right across the street from us. They've got, I believe they have 4 kids. They're little itty bitty, up to, I don't know, some kind of bigger. I don't know. Anyway, they're so sweet and they play out in the cul-de-sac. And yeah, the little boy's got his big sister in a wagon and mom is following. Okay. Oh, big sister came out to play too. Oh, she has a sparkly dress on. They play dress up. Yesterday, the middle one was in a like a bell dress with an umbrella. They are so stinking cute. And my guess too is that they might homeschool. Yeah, because obviously, when am I filming here? It is 11:30, almost 11:30, and they're out. So I can only assume that they're homeschooled, which, I need to get out there and introduce myself, say hello and ask her if she homeschools because, as most of you know, I homeschooled my 2 gems. So yeah, super fun, right? Anyway, okay. Now, I hopefully I won't be you know, what's it called? Distracted. Yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here, and we're going to get on with this, and I'm going to tell you all about our new house. So, anyway, I really like this size because it's like almost, it's not really pocket size, but it's like, 5 by 7, I guess. It's nice and small, fits in my, a pocket, not a pocket, but like in a book, like a pocketbook. What's that called? Oh my gosh, a purse. Okay, yes. It can fit easily in a purse, backpack, whatever, easy to take around. And then in the front here is, this, right? A calendar, which I like to put everything so I can see it at a glance. And then I flip back here and I can write in it, and I write in them daily, right? Like that. It sits on my coffee table, and I just, I keep track of a lot of things. So, and write about the day and all that kind of stuff. And then what I do with that book is I refer to it then when I'm doing either my journaling, which I am missing so much, you guys, so much. Maybe I might make a journal for November, December. It's not gonna, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, here comes the garbage people. Anyway, um, I can see that window is going to be a distraction. But I love it. I love it. I can look out while I'm sitting at my desk and see what's going on. Anywho, um, what was I saying? Like I need any more distractions, for crying out loud. Yeah. Anyway, my husband found this one. He liked the flower motif because he knows I love flowers. It's like a faux leather kind of book. It's, obviously it's bigger than this one here, right? It's a lot bigger than this one here, which I wasn't keen on. But for 450, I it doesn't really bother me. I don't generally take it places with me. And even if I do, I could, if I take it in the car, it can go under my seat, whatever. It's no big deal. Um so this one inside, I've already marked off where I'm going to start it, right? So I hope you can see that. It is let me see. It looks okay. I don't know. Can you really tell a difference? Anyway, with the lighting. Anywho, it starts, well, first of all, it starts like in 2024, right? So all these pages I'm not going to use. It's really no big deal. I don't care. I had to do the same thing with the other one. So it has the ribbon, which I do use. And then at the beginning of every month, they have the at a glance, right? The only thing I'm a little worried about is that these boxes are super small, right? I mean, I can write super small, but these are super small. Um, but we'll see. I think it should work. I think it should work. I really like that it has this note section on the left hand side. Um, because I can take notes on, like, because a lot of times I got to do other people's jobs, I got to call the insurance company, I got to call the doctor's office, I got to, whatever. I always keep note of who I talked to, when I talked to them, what time of day it was, everything. I write everything down. So I like that that's here on this side. I can put some key things down here if I want to. And then the next day, look at this glorious spread, right? It it has all the days of the week. The one thing I really like about this one, though, is that Saturday and Sunday is the same size as Monday through Friday. And so I know that, you know, a lot of people, well, I don't know. Yeah, like if you worked outside the home, you would probably not have a lot to write, on the days of the week, but you would want your weekends to be bigger, right? This is not a planner video, just saying. But see, in this book here, I only have Saturday and Sunday as tiny little spot, I don't know. Anyway, it works out for me because they're all the same size. And then again, they have a note section down here. I do not decorate this, write, do anything pretty in it, anything like that. It is strictly for my own record keeping. Okay, so you have that for the month, right? Okay. And then again, you have this note section here, the month at a glance, and then, you go straight into this right here, right? Everything starts on a Monday, okay? So the beginning of this month of February is back a few pages. I don't know that that's going to bother me. So anyway, I really like it, and it goes all the way, well, it has a few note pages, a lot of note pages in the back, which neither here nor there for me. And then yeah, it ends on, this is 26, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, right? So yeah, I like it. I like it. And it's by Punch Studio, you know? Uh so yeah. And like I said, it was 450 at whatever it's called, whatever store I told you. Home Goods. Okay, yeah. There you go. There's my janky picture of Florida. Okay, let's get into our color glue book, all right? Good grief. Okay, 10 minutes in. Oh my gosh, they're out. She is out there with a sparkly dress blowing in the wind. Oh, beautiful. I love seeing kids play together. They seem so sweet. Yeah, I got to meet them. Maybe on Halloween or something. When they're knocking at the door for candy. So, to the house. Okay, to the house. We are living in a neighborhood. I never thought I'd live in a neighborhood like this. It's one of those I call them cookie cutter neighborhoods, right? Yes. Because the houses, they have a few. We're going to work on blue today, I believe. Yeah, why not? This is a color glue book inspired by Nicole at Relax Cut Glue. And like, how can you say her name, the title of her channel, without sing-songing the glue part, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay, I love you, Nicole. If you're watching this, you're a sweetie. Um, all right, let me get some glue out. I didn't even get my glue out. Really, Elizabeth? Okay, here are these. I do like the smaller ones, but we're going to use this one as well. Okay, and then I have, just so you know, I have a big old blue thing here that I could paste in here for blue. We're not going to do that right now. And I have this. This is how, just in case you're wondering, this is how I store my clippings, right? The bigger clippings. Oh no, all the clippings. I'm sorry, because I have different places that I store different clippings, of course, but for the color glue book, the purpose of the color glue book, everything goes in here, which means all the square rectangle pieces, all the bigger pieces, all the smaller pieces, all the fussy cut pieces, which I don't really fussy cut. I generally, what's it called? Kiss cut. I kiss cut. I don't fussy cut. But anyway, odd shaped things, wording, all that stuff is all in this little bag. It's a quart size bag. I have one for every color. See, here's my red one, right? So I have one for every color. And then they all go into this, which is a Sterilite drawer full of, see this, my black and white one, full of all the things I still need to yet do. Okay. So here is this. So let's get these out. Okay, yeah. So back to the cookie cutter. Yeah. My husband, we raised our kids out in the country, right? Yes, we lived in Miami. However, it was out in the country. It was out in it was unincorporated, if you will. So like the only traffic jams we had were um tractors. Okay. And we loved living out there. I'm going to sort of sort through this stuff a little bit. Um, yeah, it was just very, very peaceful. It was a great, really, really great neighborhood. I just look at that lady's face. Well, it was just really nice. So, oh my goodness, what are these? Are these print? No, they're not praying mantis. I don't know what they are, but we have praying mantis here and they're creepy. Okay, just saying. So, anyway, that's a cool one. I like that. Yeah, so we never thought that we would buy in a cookie cutter place. And oh, let me explain cookie cutter in case you don't know or you're not from the US. Cookie cutter simply means that within the development there are only about 4 or 5 designs or elevations of homes, right? only they only look like, yeah, like there are 4 or 5 designs of what a house looks like. Okay, that's the easiest way to explain it. So that's what I mean by cookie cutter. But it is quite nice in the fact that um we do have sidewalks. Sweet Barbara, my girlfriend, uh over the pond, across the pond, she was asking if we had sidewalks because it was very important to me to have sidewalks because I finally yesterday started walking again after many, many months of not walking. In fact, most of 2024, I have not walked consistently because of just the chemotherapy and all that stuff. But I am back. I am back, ladies. I am back, and I'm feeling good, sort of, as well as I can feel, really. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back to walking, and it is so nice to be able to walk on a sidewalk. The other thing that I love about this neighborhood is that it has those cute little like street lights, lamps. Yeah, like lamps on a tall pole. Yeah, they're not street lights like city street lights. That's not what they are. They're those cute little, I don't know, they look like a little house on top of a pole and they shine light. I don't know. You can tell I've never lived in a neighborhood like this. I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood, not a cookie cutter neighborhood, but like a family neighborhood, you know. Anywho, what color is that? Blue, I guess. It kind of now in this light, it looks more like tealish. Anyway, we'll put it. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, and the neighborhood's super small. It only has like 2.5 roads on it. I know that sounds weird, but 2.5 roads, and it's up on a hill. So unlike our last house that we had, which was on the water, we were 4 feet above sea level there. And here we are over 40 feet above sea level. So we are loving that. Yes. Sometime probably during this video, you will hear a train go by. Yes, because right over there, beyond a hill and, you know, whatever, but fairly pretty darn close, is the train, the railroad tracks, right? And then yeah. So it was so funny. Like when we were here doing like our final walkthrough or something with the guy, a train came by, right? Isn't that a cute little shoe? So a train came by and I thought that I would freak him out. So I was like, I looked at him with big wide eyes and I was like, oh, you didn't tell me there were train tracks right near here. And he, oh my gosh, he thought he would die. And I said, I'm just kidding. Because if you live in this area where I live, look at that, Mr. Clean. Um, there is not an area in, let me count the cities, in like one, two, three, four, five, six. In like the 6 cities that you can go north or south, you will hear the train. Okay, and we have the Bright Line, which is the commuter train that goes from city to city up the coast, or we have freight trains. You know, and they're super loud outside when, especially, you know, like if I go outside, but you know, I think they're cool. I think they're cool. Other people might be perturbed by them, but oh, that needs to be cut out. But I am not. I I enjoy it very much. I always think, you know, oh, I wonder where they're going. You know, I think it's cool. So, oh, look at that, Maine lobster. My daughter went to Maine. I wish I had known I had this. Isn't that always the case, right? My daughter went to Maine. Oh, there's my neighbor bringing up her garbage can. Anyway, you always have these things like stuck, you know, like stashed here, there, and everywhere, and all these different things. And then when you're looking through them, like, man, I could have used that. Yeah, my daughter went to Maine this past summer, so I could have used that. That's a cool looking car, huh? I don't know. We're gonna get to glue in here shortly. Um, And some of these things, you know, are not all blue, right? Like, just let me just point that out to you. Like these things, you know, obviously the lobster is red orange, you know, which is complementary to the blue. And or this one's like yellow orange, and there's a blue sock with, you know, so everything that you put on your page doesn't have to be some shade. There's the train. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear it. It's not. Oh no, huh? I thought it was coming closer, but no, just nope. Anyway, I heard it. So let me know if you hear it. I don't know. They come by frequently, and you just get used to it. If you're wondering, oh my goodness, yeah, you just get used to it. It's no big deal. Anyway, so this little Chuck Taylor here, it's mostly white, but it does have blue on it. And it looks nice to me when you have a page that, um, has some other colors going on, right? Like in here. I mean, everything is not just one shade of green. There's silver, there's off white, there's white, different, there's rooster color, variations of blue. So yeah, and I have to say, I love that. I really enjoy this, specifically the color, um, blue booking. I really do. I love searching for things like, look how cool that is, the milk. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, I really, really enjoy it. Look at that. Oh, we could put, and I don't care, I don't mind putting stuff in the corner or across the center. I really don't. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do something like that. Like, she's beautiful. Here's some girls. Here's another girl I cut out earlier today. Yeah. A framed picture, an eyeball. I don't know. Or maybe I'll put her over on this side here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get through some of these. And typically, if I have like a big, item like this, I'm not going to put another person on there, like another, you know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. That's cool. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to put on here. Cool. Cool, dude. That's fun. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Here's some little ones. Like, look at that. Turntable. These generally I put on last. Look at this dapper guy. Huh? He's handsome. I think anyway. I don't know who he is, but anyway. I like a guy with gray hair. I really do. That's super cute. Oh, I might put that up top. That's cute. All these little itty bitty things. That goes over there. And these are bigger things. Okay. All right. Looking good. Looking good. So we have a few things that we're going to, maybe start out on. Let me just double check to make sure. Yep. Okay. Let me know about the lighting. Again, I know a lot of you said during my first video back that the lighting was all good. And yeah, I appreciate that. So thank you for letting me know. Oh, wait a second. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Guys, I had. Where did they go? Okay, there they are. Let me get this stuff. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. This right here, the smoothing things, implements. Okay. Now let's get started. Okay, back to the house again. All right. So we ended up purchasing a brand new build. Um, Actually, this house, it was already built, right? All the stuff was picked out, the fixtures and all that stuff, right? So what ended up happening was my husband and I had been looking to move for like since the beginning of 2024. Okay, we put our house on the market in January of that year. Okay, let me see what I did here. See if I can do this. And for tax purposes, we we could put, whoa, I just ripped your eyeball. Gosh, Elizabeth, be gentle, will ya? Oh, man. Anyway, it's fine. It's no big deal. It's not straight on the bottom. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't. This is a like completely like no rules, no, just complete relaxing gluing. Okay. That's what I'm going for here. So it's not, nothing needs to be perfect. Although I'm really sorry, lady, about your eyeball. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe I'll put something over it or whatever. Anywho, so yeah, and my husband and I, we have been looking at homes for a year at least. I mean, you guys have been with me for a while. Yeah, I would tell you like, every time we went out to look at an open house and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so we've been looking for quite some time. Well, one time when we were out and about looking for, we were we were looking at, where's the thing? We were looking at an open house, right? We were at an open house, I should say. So, um, we decided to come here, like into this neighborhood, right? There was a sign out by the road and it said, you know, I don't know if it said open house or what. Anyway, it was located, and this too I'll share with you as well. Where we used to live on the little island that's on a barrier island, you have to take a causeway to get to the mainland. We now live on the mainland, and it's only just right across from the causeway. So my in-laws still live on the island, so we're not very far at all. We're only like 15-20 minutes from them now, and 15 maybe. And so yeah, we wanted to stay within close proximity, and it's actually like on the main road that we would, well, it's off the main, it's hard to explain, it doesn't really matter, but we're that much closer to town, right? Which we're only like 5 minutes away from grocery stores, we're 10 minutes away from like Walmart, let's say. We're only 15 or 20 minutes from the doctor each way. So yeah, we're just like in it, you know what I mean? And so it just makes us feel like, being closer to everything just makes us feel so much better. So, um oh, maybe I'll put this here. This is what she's having for breakfast. um or wait, I was going to put this up here. So at any rate, yeah, so we came in here, we're like, oh, let's see, let's just see what they look like. So we came in to this neighborhood and we're like, oh, this is such a cute neighborhood, very small, not too many houses. There's not even 100 houses in here, and it's super close. We love the proximity of it. Um, and so we drove around and then we saw that there was like a house, that you could walk into and see. I mean, of course you were like, we were supposed to go to like the sales office or whatever, but neither my husband nor I were in the mood for hearing like a sales pitch, so we kind of snuck into the house. I mean, they leave it open, it's not, we didn't break in or anything. So anyhow, so we went into the house and we're like, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I mean, of course it is, like what brand new house isn't going to be beautiful? You know what I mean? So we were, very happy. I think I'm going to just do like this and see if it works. I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, so we walked in, it was a 4 bedroom house, which we weren't looking for a 4 bedroom really. But we would take one if the price was right, whatever. Um and yeah, so we're like, man, this is really nice. The yard is, nice and small. I think they're all on quarter acres here. It maybe not even quarter acres. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it was just beautifully done. And we're like, oh, we fell in love with it, right? Well, oh, and let me just tell you too, the house that we ended up getting was not that one. But it was, we got a 3 bedroom house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath house. One of the bedrooms is my craft room, which means we have a spare room, um, which right now my son is staying in. Anyway, um, and let me tell you too, just the couple of things that were like deal breakers, I guess, for us. Like we definitely wanted open floor plan, which means there are no walls in between the kitchen, dining room, and living room. Okay, just in case you don't live here and you don't know what open floor plan is, that's what open floor plan is. And so we had seen so many houses, especially ones that were built in like the late 90s, or I mean the 90s, just the 90s. They had like what they call like a formal living room and a formal dining room, and then like somewhere else in the house, usually close to the kitchen, there would be like an eating kitchen perhaps and a den, right? And so my husband and I did not want that at all. It's just him and me here, you know what I mean? So we didn't need a whole lot of space. We just wanted to have the extra bedroom so that we could have a guest room and that I could have a craft room. Other than that, we just need, a bedroom to sleep in, a bathroom to do bathroom stuff in. And that was pretty much it. We wanted a yard. So the must-haves were definitely a small yard for our pupper to run around in, a two-car garage because we we've never had a garage until we moved up here, and the house on the water that we had did have a two-car garage, and it was so nice being able to store stuff in there. And just especially here in Florida, we our summers are very rainy here, and so um it really stinks, when you've just gone out and got all your groceries and now you have to walk through this stormy weather, to get inside. So we love a two-car garage, and like once you have one, you don't really go back, you know what I mean? So yeah, a yard for the pup was priority. uh Two-car garage priority. Let me see. A back porch obviously was priority. What else was really a priority? I really don't think, anything else was a priority. Now, then there were things that I consider to be icing on the cake, like an indoor laundry room. I know some people like find that odd that some houses down here in Florida, their washer and dryer is outside the house. It is typically in the garage or it's in a carport outside. So we, yeah, depending on the year of the house, we don't typically have indoor, like separate rooms for a laundry room. So I'm happy to announce that I have a laundry room. Yes, it's not super big. It's basically just the washer and dryer with a door, you know, but it is super nice to just, be able to remain within the house, and do laundry and, whatever. So that's really nice. Um, the other thing that was, oh, there's my hubby. He's going out to bring the recycling in, I think. He's so cute. Anyway, so what else? Oh yeah, and then like in our house, we have like off the living dining room kitchen area is our bedroom, and it's like it runs the whole length of our house. The length of the house? Yeah. And so it's like a bedroom suite, which I've never had before either. And so that was icing on the cake. Let's see what else we can put in here. Okay, let's look at these things. Um, I don't want to do people because I got her. Um, Typically, I don't want to see. I could put that on her head. Do I care that it's on her head? No, I do not. This I might put right there. Okay. Oh yeah, this I was gonna put right here because it's cool. All right, let's see what else we could put in here. Oh, we could put that in there, right? Perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so the bedroom is super nice. It's really big. We have a water closet. I've never had a water closet before. And a water closet, it just in case, it's just a separate room for your toilet. Yeah, personally, I think it's a waste of space. I would rather have the toilet out in the open and make that extra space a linen closet. That's just my feeling on it. Um, you know. Anyway, so Yeah, that was icing on the cake. And I have a garden tub, which is lovely, lovely. Yeah, I've used it once in 5 weeks. uh, I hope to use it more. I really do. I just don't think about it, you know? I don't think about it until like the end of the day, and then I'm like, I don't wanna I don't wanna do that. It's the end of the day. I'm ready for bed, you know? But I don't know. Maybe it's just going to have to be a lifestyle change. I did want a garden tub, you know. It wasn't a deal breaker if there wasn't one, but it is nice to have a tub should you need a tub, you know. And yeah, sometimes I definitely need a tub because my muscles are sore. So, what else? What else? What else? Yeah, so okay, so back to when we were looking, right? So we were we came in the neighborhood one day. We went and toured this house that I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to, but we did anyway. Toured the house and it was fine, right? Maybe I should put that there. I don't know. Um oh, this is smaller. Maybe I'll put that there. Is that going to bug me not being like centered? Why is it there? Does it really matter? I don't know. We'll see about that. Um, yeah, so we came in here and anywho, we weren't ready to purchase a house. You know, that was part of the problem with us going and looking for a whole year before we were, ever able to even buy a house. So, anyhow, we saw the house, we thought it was beautiful. We were like, "Oh, this like perfect, perfect area that we wanted to be, perfect everything, right?" And so, my husband was keeping an eye on it, right? He was just keeping an eye on it online. And then I think right before we signed a contract with our house, selling our house, my husband was like, "Oh my goodness, they sold that house." It was literally like a week before, probably before we bought this one. No lie, right? Um, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, the house sold. I can't believe it." And I said, "Well, that's all right. It wasn't meant to be. It's okay. Another one will come along. If the Lord wants us to have a house in that neighborhood, then we're going to have a house." And you better believe I started praying for it. And so then one day, like, a week later or something, my husband's looking online and he's like, "Oh my gosh, honey, they've just lowered the prices." And I was like, "What?" And is that what he said? They just lowered the price or something like that. And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." He's like, "No, I'm not kidding you." And I said, "Okay." Because all the other houses in the neighborhood itself is still being built. There's still several houses at the front of the development that are not built yet. And so it's still under construction, right? And so my this house had been here, it was finished last year in 2023, okay? So it's been here probably almost a year. And so they were wanting to sell it. And I was like, he said, "Yeah, well, what was I saying? Now I just lost my train of thought." Okay, so the newer houses that are being sold now, they're like a I mean quite a bit more than what we paid, okay? So my husband was like, "Oh, you know, I don't know if they reduced the price or what was happening." Anyway, it was a price that we felt we could afford. And so he was like, "You know what? I just got a feeling." He said, "Maybe we should go over there and look at it." Because we hadn't seen the house that we're in right now. We'd only seen the other one. And I said, "Well, sure, if that's what you think." He said, "I really think we should go over there and look." And I was like, "Okay, let's go over and look." Well, we went over and looked, and we came in the door, and it was just like, "Oh my goodness, this looks, fantastic." Um, we were I really like this a lot. I love this. Oh, Maybe I didn't do something right here because I don't want it just sitting floating. I don't like things just floating. I might have to save that. We could put this here though, right on top of the milk. Why not? Or here, or here, or here. How about there? Yep. Okay. So yeah, so we were just like, okay. We came over, we saw the place, it was beautiful, or we thought it was beautiful. We walked around and everything, and we're like, oh my gosh, the yard is fantastic. It did not have a fence, was the only thing. So it didn't have a fence, but everything else, was fantastic. We're like, oh my gosh, I love this open space for the kitchen, living room, and dining room, and blah, 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 right? The bedroom's fantastic. The bathroom is unbelievable. We're just going gushing, gushing, gushing. Well, wouldn't you know, that day we went home and we talked to the guy, who was selling them or whatever, who worked for the company, of course. And we did not know this because a lot of times when you're purchasing a brand new house, you don't really negotiate the price. The price is set. It's a brand new house, the price is set, whatever. But for whatever reason, the guy was like, no, my husband asked him, are the prices negotiable? And the guy said, you'd be surprised. He says, it doesn't ever hurt to ask. And so we actually got it for below list price. And we put into the contract that they had to take off a certain amount of money in order for us to put a fence up. And they did it. I couldn't believe it, but they did it. Certain amount of money toward closing, whatever. So we put it in, we put our offer in, and like the day, I believe we put it in the day that we saw the house, like the very first day we saw the house. And we're like, yep, we want it. It's on a cul-de-sac. It's at the end of this, end of the street. Of course, that's where most cul-de-sacs are. I don't know why I had to explain that. And yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was just meant to be, right? And so they and so the guy told us, yeah, I think it was like on a Monday or something. We made the offer, and then, we weren't expecting an answer back at all for like a couple days. And that evening my husband said, "Oh my goodness, our offer was accepted." I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" So, yes, we were just thrilled, just really simply thrilled. It was, yeah, we really, I don't know. It was just so awesome, you know? It was just so awesome. Yeah. I and it's just a really sweet neighborhood, I just can't get over it. Like it's just a super sweet neighborhood. Um a lot of, young families. So that's nice. Yeah, a lot of younger families. I don't know what I want here. I think I like Mr. Clean. These two probably need to go on the same page, huh? Right? Or I guess, see this, because it has a flat edge here, I would want it over there. Oh, I could cover her face. But I really, let me see how I can cover up her eyeball. Um, yeah, I could put it like that. Let's just put out a few things just so we can see where we can cover stuff up, right? Hmm? Or just, place items. I don't know. Who knows? This and these books too have no rhyme or reason. Okay, none at all. It's just stuff, right? It is completely just stuff. I don't know if I want him. Like I'm not trying to make it look like it needs to be anywhere specific. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This lady knew. Although I don't usually like putting too many people, people on the page. Here is a couch. I could actually put that in the middle. Doesn't really make a difference. Have him standing on that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, so like I said, it doesn't make a difference, like, where you put stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm going to cut this out because this is a really good background for orange. Yep. So there we go. All right. Yeah, so we've been in the house 5 weeks now. And like the first probably 2 weeks consisted of a lot of deliveries because when we sold our old house, we sold it furnished. And when we first moved a couple years ago up here, we um, gave away. We gave away, yeah, everything, all of our stuff, because we were downsizing, right? We were downsizing, and we were like, we don't need all this stuff. So now, we have a larger house, somewhat, yeah. Um, so yeah, we had to get like all new furniture, right? Which, whatever, doesn't bother me. I was happy to get all new furniture. But yeah, so that's what we did, you know? Um, and it was fine. So yeah, so that's what the first 2 weeks or so consisted of. Just, we had to get our master bed, we had to get nightstands. I did bring my dresser from the old house because my husband bought it for me and it's very special to me. Yeah, so we did end up bringing that with us. Um, yeah, and then I found a couple weeks ago, in fact, last week, could have been last week at the beginning of the week. I can't remember, but um, I found on Marketplace, I found a curio cabinet. Oh, I was so excited. Yeah, for about $100, I think. And we drove about an hour to go pick it up. And yes, it is beautiful and it's in my dining room. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, so we did get that and I was just very thrilled with it. I really was. It's so pretty. It has all my, if you don't know, I collect glass pieces. Um, yeah, and then my kids started collecting glass pieces. So anyway, yeah, and like I said in my last video, the last thing we have to do now is to um just my husband has to hang pictures. That's it. So yeah. So we're gonna do that here at some point shortly, whatever. We're not in a rush. That's the other thing. We're not in a rush to get anything done. It'll get done when it gets done. But I will tell you that just about every day, my husband and I look at each other and we're like, I'm so happy here. I'm so happy here. I really, really have enjoyed the neighborhood. It's super quiet here so far. Very quiet. I'm sure I'll meet some of the neighbors on Halloween. Uh, but yeah, it's nice sitting in my room and being able to look out over the neighborhood and see, what's going on and who's doing what. But yeah, it's so, so nice. And we have really, really enjoyed our time here so far. Um, yeah, yeah. So really looking forward to this new chapter. Um, Yeah, as far as the house goes, we had a few little things after the final walkthrough and after we moved in that we noticed that the company has already taken care of. We had, I guess, we had to fill out paperwork or something. I don't know what it was, um, to let them know the different things that we found that were wrong that needed to be fixed. And yeah, I mean, they sent somebody out within 2 weeks, everything was done. So we've had really good luck with that. Really pleased with that. Yeah, and I don't know when. I think sometime in 2025 they're going to be done with the construction in here. And yeah, it's a really nice little peaceful, um up on a hill, neighborhood. And yeah, like I said, I really enjoy it. My husband has been taking Remington out on walks, on the days that he works out. He puts the leash on him and takes him for a walk, down to the, I don't know what it's called. We have a catchment. I don't know what it's called. It's like a big hole. It's not a hole. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, because we live on a hill and we live within preserves and stuff, there is a fire hazard, so there has to be a way in and out for fire trucks, I think. And yeah, so I think that's what that's for. I'm not really sure, but then there's this big area, and it's this big hole. It's all has grass and trees, but it's a big hole like to catch water, right? I don't know how to explain that. But anyway, yeah, so it's really nice. And yeah, we're really enjoying it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm not done with this page, but it certainly has a darn good start to it. Yeah, and then I have all these other things that I could add to it at some point, you know. I really, really enjoy doing these, and I encourage you, if you have not done a glue book, it is super fun. A colored glue book, right? And it's just, it really is a lot of fun. I just love it. I just love it. They make no sense. There are no rules. It's complete and utter relaxation. Yeah. There's my part of my yellow page. I have other yellow things that I could definitely put on here for sure. And I had a red. Oh, this is an orange page. Love that. Love it. And then I thought I had a red page. But yeah, it's just nice. It's nice, and like I said, it's look at this dude. It's relaxing and it's fun, and I just love it. So yeah, I encourage you, highly encourage you. If you have not done a colored glue book, get started. What is stopping you? What is stopping you? So anywho, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Always check the description box in case I mention anybody. Their links will be below. Um, yeah, and otherwise, I'm pretty much done spying on my neighbors for now. So until next time, folks, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week. Thanks. If you're still here to the end, oh, God bless you. So I hope you have, yeah, a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye for now.